You was probably taught market structure wrong, so today we're going to be learning how to view market structure the correct way. So before we waste any time, let's get into it.
Alright, so most traders would teach you that price moves in this perfect bullish trend right here. In this scenario, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, in this perfect trend. But if you really look at the charts, and they don't perfectly move like this. Price actually moves like, we will have the high, we have a low, we'll have a high, it doesn't pull back all the way, makes a new high, takes out a low, maybe tapping into some type of zone right here, makes a new high, and then it doesn't pull back to any zones right here, doesn't pull back all the way, makes a new low, and continues. So that's how price really moves. Price is gonna sometimes take out a low before going to a new high in a bullish scenario. Same thing with a bearish scenario. Price might take out a high before continuing lower, and that's how price actually moves. So knowing this, you might have a better understanding of the market. You know that price may take out your stop loss, take out the low before continuing higher. You know that price does not have to pull back all the way to a zone. And you know that even though price may break structure to the downside, it may potentially go and continue the direction of the trend. And where I notice, it usually breaks the low once before continuing the trend. So that being said, since we have this type of structural movement, there's also lower time frame structure that we got to consider within this movement. So say this is like a 4-hour time frame, and we jump down to like a 30-minute time frame. We're gonna see structure on that time frame, and that's where you're not supposed to get confused, because within this area there's gonna be lower time frame. So we're gonna have a high, we're gonna have a low, we're gonna have a high, low, high, low, and then so on. So I'm gonna continue drawing this out, and then I'm gonna show you when I'm done drawing all of this. Okay, so now that we have finished drawing on the lower time frame structure, which I put in red, we can visually understand what is going on. So the black one is the higher time frame structure, and then as we jump down to like a 30-minute, this is the lower time frame structure. And the reason why price really takes out lows before continuing higher is because structure happens on all time frame. For example, this red structure right here, when it takes out the low, people think it's bearish. So we have a breaker structure of the red line right here to the downside, and now people are thinking it's bearish, and people are looking for sells, and which they don't understand that overall this is most likely gonna continue higher, and it does. So it breaks lower till it gets to the point right here, which is probably tapped in some type of zone right here, and then that's where it starts going bullish, right? And it continues, so it continues to go bullish after taking out lows. So keep going up, and then now it's taking out lows, it's going bearish again, bearish, bearish, but that's all short-term bearishness. Once it breaks the high again, it's now continuing the bullish scenario. So bullish, 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 breaks down bearish. It's all in from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So knowing this, even this red structure right now, it probably has another structure that's even lower. So inside that red structure, we're gonna have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then it starts gonna break down. This is all fractal, and this is how price actually moves. This is how you gotta think of time frames. So if we actually go to the left right here on CAD JPY, you can also notice this on the charts. So you know, say we start from right here. So we have the high, low, high, and then right here, price takes out, sorry, price takes out the low right here before continuing higher. Then, you know, making some inside structure, which I will go over in a future video. And then takes out the high, low, high, low, high, low, and potentially this might even take out the on low right here and then continue higher, which is most likely. So what you will find more often is on the higher time frames, they're gonna hold that perfect structure more often, but sometimes, most of the times, they're not gonna pull back to zones. In this case, it's pulling back really nicely to zones. But as we drop down to the lower time frame, what are we gonna see? We're gonna see price break lows continuously before continuing higher, because price can't move perfectly in structure on every single time frame. So let's drop down to like a daily. If we drop down to a daily where we started with that structure now, look at this. So we got the let's follow the structure now. We got the high, low, high, low, high, breaks down, continues up. Now it's breaking down bearish. And a lot of people are thinking this is bearish now, but no. Then it starts breaking back up. And then it starts breaking back down. And then it starts breaking back up. So that's how you gotta view structure. View it from the higher time frames so you can know where you are in the market and recognize price does not move in the perfect higher high and higher low. Price can often break the low before continuing higher. So you gotta follow the current structure that you're in. And that's how you basically view structure properly and correctly.
So what I want you to do is literally backtest this way of viewing structure. I want you to go on the charts, go on the daily time frame, follow the structure, go on the lower time frame, follow the structure on that, and literally get it in your brain that how structure moves. So if you want to see how I made $130 in 30 minutes using this structure, go ahead and check out this video.